Winter in Bismarck can get cold, but you get used to it. Today, I'm sharing with you the top 5 things you need to know to capitalize on a North Dakota winter. I'll be honest, North Dakota winters can be tough if you're not prepared, but once you know what to expect, you'll find out why so many people love North Dakota winter. So today, I'm sharing with you some of my personal hot tips to stay warm and enjoy North Dakota winter like a true North Dakotan. All right, so an important thing to note here, Bismarck, we average about 45 to 50 inches of snow per year, and temperatures can drop as low as 20 degrees below zero. And that does not include the wind chill. And wind chill, also known as real feel, or as my kids like to refer to it as, okay, but Dad, how cold is it really outside? What does it really feel like? And that can get as low as 50 below zero. The good news is, once it gets below zero, it's all the same. It's just cold. It doesn't really matter. But so what do North Dakotans do to, I guess, handle or deal with those cold temperatures in the snow? Heated garage. It's not a must, but it's very, very nice to have, because a North Dakotan's garage isn't just a place to park a car. I mean, it is a storage unit. It's a place to watch the big game. That's a beer fridge. It's an indoor scooter riding park. It is absolutely everything, because winters get kind of long, and so you need a place to hang out. And that's why a heated garage is so important to North Dakotans, because we spend a lot of time out here during the winter. Another thing that North Dakotans do, especially beginning winter, end of winter, is you have to dress in layers, because in the morning, when you're sending your kids off to school, you're gonna need a coat, and a hat, and gloves, snow pants and boots. But by the time you pick them up, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all they need is a sweatshirt. Sometimes just a t-shirt. So, North Dakotans, dress in layers and get yourself that heated garage that I mentioned, which the more I think about it, maybe it is needed. All right, so the next thing about winter in Bismarck and in North Dakota is we gotta talk about the snow, and we gotta talk about the road conditions. And so I would say probably 80% of people here have an all-wheel drive vehicle or a four-wheel drive vehicle, and that's just the way it is. Do you need it? Probably not. Like, you can definitely get around with just a two-wheel drive vehicle, but it's definitely nice to have, especially if you're out in the middle of a snowstorm or early in the morning, late at night, before the plows get out. It's just really nice to have getting up and down the hills throughout Bismarck if you have four-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. I will say the plows are really good about having the roads ready to rock and roll on your way to work or school in the morning. People still complain about it. That's just the way humans are. They like to complain about stuff. But honestly, our city does a really good job of keeping the roads clean. It's very rare that you'll be on a snowy street or snowed in, anything like that, for more than a day. It's very, very rare. I will say super important to have in your car during the winter is a winter survival kit. And so that, just basic stuff, hat, gloves, coat, a blanket is big. You're gonna want an ice scraper, maybe even a shovel, a pocket knife if you have it. Jumper cables are probably a good idea. Food, water, stuff like that. But flashlight just in case, because it's dark 60% of the hours up here during the winter. So, but just, basic stuff like that. Odds are you're never gonna use it, but in the off chance that you do get stuck in a snowstorm or anything like that, make sure you have a winter survival kit in your car. Pack it in November as the winter's rolling around, and you can take it out, come March or April, depending on how the spring's going. I will say, big time bonus tip, if you're moving here, looking to buy a place in Bismarck, south-facing driveways. Big time bonus when it comes to your driveway and the snow on it melting. North driveway rarely gets exposed to the sun up here in North Dakota. So if you can get a house that you absolutely love with a south driveway, major bonus points.
All right, so another thing that you need to do to capitalize on the North Dakota winter is you need to embrace the winter activities. And I'm not talking about shoveling, I'm not talking about snow blowing, I'm talking about actually having fun in the snow during the winter months. So we're talking about sledding. Kids love sledding. Hit a park in town, find a hill, go sledding. Huff Hills, if you like skiing and snowboarding, that's just south of town. So you can hit that up during the winter months. If you like cross-country skiing, people do that here in town. They typically head to one of the golf courses with their skis and they go cross-country skiing. That's not my cup of tea, but ice fishing, big time in North Dakota. I've talked about on a bunch of different other videos, all the different lakes and stuff that you can get onto during the summer months for fishing, but they're also hot spots during the winter months. So plenty of things to do here, even in winter time. definitely, if you want to capitalize on your time here in North Dakota, find some winter activities to do. Another thing that you need to kind of be aware of if you're living here, and we're gonna bounce back to the fall a little bit, is you need to prepare your home and your yard for winter. And so you can see here, I've got a bunch of different tubs. Got gas up top there for your snowblower. Make sure you have that filled before you get snowed in. Otherwise your snowblower doesn't do you a whole lot of good and then you have to shovel your way out. Not so much fun. And yes, I am speaking from personal experience. But make sure you got grass seed. They have different things for the fall. Throw down fall lawn food, and that really helps your lawn bounce back here in the spring. But yeah, there's a lot of different yard maintenance to do in the fall to prep for the winter so that it's ready to go again come spring. So, raking the leaves, make sure you blow out your sprinklers. Don't forget that, that's gonna cause issues down the road. Sealing cracks in the driveway, just because with the temperatures fluctuating so much during the winter, make sure those get sealed up before the winter so that you have less of them come spring once everything thaws. And then clean your gutters. And so leaves falling, and then leaves getting in your gutters, and then snow, and then the snow and the ice starts to melt and it gets into the gutters. But if the gutters are full of leaves, it can't really drain the way it's supposed to. So that's an important fall activity as well, to make sure that you don't run into issues during the winter and during the spring when things are starting to melt. So those are a few lawn maintenance, home maintenance type tips that you need to kind of think about in the fall to prepare for the winter. And then this is the last one I got for you here today. Something that's super important, don't take it for granted, is talked about it, how it's dark up here a lot during the winter. The sun comes up late, the sun goes down early, and that can really, honestly, it can play a factor on your mental health. And so just mentally be prepared for winter in North Dakota and get yourself, it's really easy to just climb into a hole during the winter, and that's not good for anybody's mental health. Find things to do. So whether you're out hunting, whether you're doing some ice fishing, sledding, snowboarding, that kind of stuff, but also find some indoor activities, whether it's a local bar, whether it's the movie theater, whether it is, hitting up the event center. They have a bunch of different things, concerts, stuff like that in the event center here at the Civic Center. Hit up a local basketball game. So we got the 2 colleges, you got high school basketball. We host a regional basketball tournament every single year. Maybe it's just a family game night, and so you spend all day out playing in the snow, and then you come home, come inside, make some hot cocoa, and watch a movie snuggled up on the couch. That's one of my family favorites right there. But just know that moving to North Dakota, it's dark, it's cold during the winter. Not doing that to scare you away, because I love it here. It's a great place to live, great place to raise a family, but I'd be lying if I didn't address the fact that sometimes the winter can feel like it's dragging on, even though it's really not. And so just make sure that you are mentally prepared for the winter and you have things to keep yourself busy, and you're not just going home, sitting in the dark all by yourself all winter, because that's not good. With the right preparation, you can turn winter into one of the best parts about living in North Dakota.